So, hi, I Fazal this side. Already we have discussed on the LinkedIn for the how to prepare the daily progress report. When I just posted my post on the LinkedIn, so many requests for the I just get and DM also I just get for the how to prepare the daily progress report. So here I'm just here the sample I just used on the already I used on my previous project, that is the Godrej, and I was in the VSK Projects Private Limited, VSK Infrastructure Private Limited. That was the company. This was the company where I just already work, and the project name is the Godrej Woods, that is in the Noida in India. So many candidate or so many LinkedIn friends, they are asking to share me the detail of the project, share me the detail of the DPR and the format you just said. So I would like to share something about the DPR, that you can also prepare the DPR on your own on the Excel by the simple format. So this is the basically the format what I'm just using on the DPR. That the first is the daily progress report on the heading, and the client name is the already mentioned on the that is the Godrej, and contractor is the mentioned in the VSK in the right side corner, that is the mention already. So what we are consider on the DPR, the first main thing we are going to do DPR is the name of the project must be mentioned as I mentioned in the same, and what is the contractor, what is the amount of the project, and what is the duration of the project, what is the progress date. In the DPR we are also mentioning the reporting date. The reporting date is 4th August, and the DPR always in the back date of the DPR we will share to the on the current date. So there is the already formula for the already mentioned R3 minus 1 is the DPR progress date, and what are the project start date already mentioned, and what is the project completion date, so that we could always see on the DPR. DPR is the basically dashboard of the project also, where we can see the what are the total project completion date, what are the so you can see that project duration is 469, and elapsed, what are the elapsed, and the 229 is already elapsed, and the balance is 240. So the DPR is 4th August 23, that is the DPR date, and the balance percentage, what the percentage, how did we calculated, the date wise we just calculated what are the percentage of the 51 percentage, that is the balance to the complete of the according to the duration. And project completion is the 30 March 17, and when we can see that 469 is coming from the third project completion date minus project start date, and elapsed date is already from the project start date, project progress date and minus project start date, and balance will be from the project duration minus elapsed, which is the balance. So the weather climate condition we will also mention, that what are the normal dry or cloudy windy or rainy, so that you contractor can get the EOT extension of time from the client, and client also mentioned that, so that they could provide the contractor the delay EOT extension of time, what are the delay or anything they could be get from the DPR. And here I just mentioned for the what are the planned concrete, what are the achieved of the day, and what are the quantity for this month. So basically in the DPR the key constructive activity we will mention the in this project, that is the high-rise building of the project. So the key uh, constructive activity are the concrete exhibition. You can see the there are the two tower excavation, earth filling, GSB, anti-termite. With the key construction activity is the concrete and steel, and shuttering is the major scope of the work. That is key constructive activity we can mention. According to the client we can complete on this. And here are the also mention the steel, what are the plan for the month, 450 metric ton achieve for the day, what we have just achieved, and that is from the already calculate from the bottom side. The what are the achieved quantity in this month, that is also mentioned. And from the DPR dashboard we will see the activity, what are the major column: activity UM, and total BOQ quantity. What are the BOQ? We need to mention the quantity. What are the achieve up to date, that is also we have to mention on that. And already we will mention for the balance quantity for this month, and we will mention for the plan for the quantity for the month, what we are going to plan, what we are going to achieve, that is also for the month, and achieved for the day. So you can see the formula also: the achieve for the month, cumulative plan percentage, cumulative achieve for the day, and total percentage achieved on the date. So here is the mention that that is the 1000 active quantity, that is the cubic meter for the excavation. Cumulative achieve, already we just achieved 769, that means 769 already we have achieved. And the balance quantity for this month, that is 231. It is from come from the minus total quantity minus achieved quantity. And plan for the month, what will be, what we are just planned, that is we will mention. What is the achieved, we will mention. Achieved quantity for the month, for the day we would know to mention. Already I have just mentioned from this sheet. We can see the structure in the detail, so that anybody can get from this detail also. So that there is the mention of the total quantity what we are going to achieve, and day by day what we are going to achieve, we need to mention on this, and this column in this cell. So this will already calculate to the DPR also. So this is the for the BOQ purpose we have already mentioned. That is the, here also see the what are the quantity we just planned, what we are achieved, what are the percentage. You can see the by the percentage also, anybody can see from the DPR the project status, we can see on the DPR. We don't need to, the dashboard or anything will be prepared by the DPR only, because the DPR is the daily progress report, that is also shared to the client also. So client will also will see. And we are need to manpower detail also on the that day. We need to mention the that date manpower, and the current date manpower also we need to mention. For the day by day you can mention by the detail also, by carpenter and anything you can, according to the client discussion. So already I have mentioned by the main permission, skilled and skilled, barminder, carpenter, hilti, GSP, scaffolder, welder, and at the cape, some of manpower are at the camp, so that they could not come at the side. We will also, here we will also mention, so that overall manpower strength we could calculate. So here are the project staff detail. So we need to mention how many contractor staff they are available according to the contracts terminology. And there is also the must plant and machinery, we need to mention what are the machinery, what are the plants that there are on the established on the project. So that contractor must need to show on the DPR. There is a material at site, they need to also mention by dia wise. They are also received from GPL, the contractor, and side internal shift, side internal transfer, so many transfer needed to do to the other contractor also according to the GPL, I mean client. So the total quantity we just received, and at site laying how much quantity, and what are the still requirement to the for the forecasting requirement we need to mention. So that procurement must be go through the in uh, procurement must be according to the plan. So day by and quantity and all the we need to mention. And contractor, you can make the concrete or any other material also you may mention also on it. And constraint we need to input, what are the constraint you are occurring on the side, you need to mention the constraint inputs. What are the delay, risk, or anything you are just getting, you need to mention on this project. You need to DPR. what are the improvements and events you are doing or client doing, what are the NC quality issues or safety issues. You need to mention what are the NCs are open or closed or pending. We need to mention on the according to the DPR. The other one is the distributed to the Godrej, that is the also column prepared by the DPR, who is the preparing from the contractor side or the client side or the PMC side. We need to mention the name and what are the who is the project manager of the project, so that we need to mention on the name who is the project manager. They will sign on that area, so that they could show on the paper, and we could also we need to sign up on the hard copy and through the mail we need to submit. The other one is the side photographs. We need to mention daily basis on the we need to snap the picture side and upload on the DPR also. And already I show you the DLR, and this is the structure detail day wise, so that plan and backlog, how much are the backlog, so backup plan and catch up plan we can made accordingly. So thanks for the show for the so Sam, thanks for this video. I'm just prepared for you because you are just requested for this. So thanks for watching this video, and so you need to subscribe for the plannings channel. Already I just made and mentioned on the LinkedIn. So just comment me and like me. What are the topics you want to discuss, or you want to learn, you want to train for that. I could also learn you. I could also show you the something what I just what are the I just learn. I will show you the planning or the MSP or P6 or anything you want to learn. Just comment me what topics you want to learn. I will make the video on according to that. Thank you.